Iran, historically known as Persia, is one of the world's oldest continuous civilizations, a land where history whispers across mountains and deserts. Its history stretches back to prehistoric times, with early human settlements dating tens of thousands of years. Among the earliest civilizations here were the Elamites, whose cities thrived along the fertile lands of the Zagros Mountain. Over millennia, empires like the Achaemenids left breathtaking legacies in art and architecture, exemplified by the monumental city of Persepolis. From the Seljuks to the Safavids and Qajars, each dynasty enriched the land with exquisite art, stunning architecture, and enduring cultural traditions. Every empire, every era, has left its mark, a legacy that continues to inspire the world today. This is Iran, a cradle of civilizations where the past lives alongside the present and history waits to be discovered. Centuries later, under the Safavids, Isfahan rose as a city of splendor. Its grand plazas and palaces remained symbols of Persian ingenuity and beauty. Iran's imperial heritage stretches across millennia, where ancient capitals once thrived as centers of power, culture, and art. Founded by Darius I in 518 BCE, Persepolis was the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire, a city of grandeur and symbolism. Pasargadae, the first Achaemenid capital, hosts the tomb of Cyrus the Great, whose vision united lands and peoples under one empire. At Naqsh-e-Rostam, the Sassanid kings rest eternally in monumental rock-cut tombs, their legacies carved into stone. Centuries later, under the Safavids, Isfahan rose as a city of splendor. Its grand plazas and palaces remained symbols of Persian ingenuity and beauty. Every column, every dome, every garden reflects centuries of architectural mastery and aesthetic vision. These ancient capitals and palaces are more than stone and tile. They are chronicles of empire, ambition, and the enduring spirit of Iran. Across Iran, spirituality and culture intertwine, shaping a civilization rooted in faith, art, and harmony. In the heart of Isfahan stands Venk Cathedral, a symbol of cultural coexistence, where Armenian Christian traditions blend with Persian artistic beauty. The Jame Mosque of Isfahan tells a story spanning centuries, an architectural masterpiece reflecting the evolution of Islamic design. These sacred spaces are not only monuments, but living centers of devotion and reflection. Art in Iran is a spiritual language, expressed through delicate miniatures, intricate calligraphy, and timeless craftsmanship. Music and poetry have long been the soul of Persian culture, echoing the emotions and philosophies of generations. Within the National Museum of Iran lies a treasure trove of history, preserving the story of a civilization that shaped the world. In Iran, spirituality and culture are inseparable, woven together into a timeless identity that continues to inspire humanity. Across Iran, a mosaic of UNESCO World Heritage Sites tells the story of one of humanity's richest civilizations. At Takht-e-Soleiman, an ancient Sassanid sanctuary once stood as a spiritual center of Zoroastrian fire worship. The Hyrcanian forests, millions of years old, preserve a living memory of prehistoric Earth. Rising above the plains, the Ganbad-e Tower stands as the tallest unreinforced brick tower in the world. The Sheikh Safi al-Din Ensemble reflects centuries of Sufi spirituality and architectural elegance. At Persepolis, the grandeur of the Achaemenid Empire still echoes through its monumental ruins. The magnificent Naqsh-e-Jahan Square stands as a masterpiece of urban design and Safavid architecture. In the vast expanse of the Dasht-e-Lut, nature reveals one of the hottest and most extraordinary landscapes on Earth. Together, these wonders across Iran form a mosaic of global importance, a legacy preserved for all humanity. Hormuz Island, Iranian island in the Strait. Hormuz Island, a small yet historically and strategically significant island in Iran, lies in the narrow, vital Strait of Hormuz, linking the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. Despite its modest size, Hormuz is renowned for its stunning natural beauty and distinctive geological features. The island's red beaches, colored with rich iron oxide in the soil, create a surreal, almost otherworldly landscape that contrasts sharply with the turquoise waters surrounding it. Its dramatic cliffs, vast salt pans, and colorful rock formations make Hormuz a unique destination for geologists, travelers, and photographers alike. Beyond its natural allure, the island is home to a rich cultural heritage. Small villages preserving traditional architecture, crafts, and local customs reflect centuries of maritime trade and interaction with neighboring regions. Historic Kingdom of Hormuz. Historically, Hormuz was the center of the Kingdom of Hormuz, a major medieval trading power that thrived from the 10th century until its conquest in the early 16th century. Strategically positioned along critical trade routes connecting India, Arabia, Africa, and Persia, the kingdom became a hub of commerce, culture, and diplomacy. Merchants from Europe, the Middle East, and Asia frequented the island's ports, exchanging spices, pearls, textiles, and other precious goods. The wealth generated allowed the rulers of Hormuz to build fortified settlements, support vibrant local markets, and exert influence over neighboring territories. Though eventually conquered by Portuguese and later Persian forces, the Kingdom of Hormuz left behind a rich archaeological and cultural legacy. Remnants of forts, watchtowers, and trading infrastructure continue to attract historians, explorers, and curious travelers today. Strategic importance. In addition to its historical and natural significance, Hormuz Island occupies a crucial position in modern geopolitics. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important maritime choke points, carries a substantial portion of global oil and natural gas exports. Any disruption to shipping traffic, whether due to conflict, piracy, or political tension, can ripple across international energy markets and affect global trade. This strategic importance has made Hormuz a focal point for regional powers and international stakeholders, underscoring the enduring relevance of the island from both historical and contemporary perspectives. Together, the natural beauty, cultural heritage, and strategic location of Hormuz Island illustrate the multifaceted significance of this small yet remarkable island, a place where history, commerce, and geopolitics converge, capturing the imagination of historians, travelers, and policymakers alike. The natural wonders and landscapes of Iran are as diverse and captivating as the civilizations that have flourished within its borders. From dense forests to towering mountains and vast, endless deserts, the country offers a remarkable tapestry of environments shaped over millions of years. The Caspian Hyrcanian forests, stretching along the southern coast of the Caspian Sea, are among the oldest woodlands on Earth. These lush, green forests have survived since prehistoric times, harboring unique plant and animal species and creating a serene, almost mystical atmosphere that has inspired countless stories and legends. Now, rising dramatically above the landscape, the Alborz Mountains and the Zagros Mountains form powerful natural backbones, shaping climate, agriculture, and human life itself. Snow-capped peaks, deep valleys, and winding mountain passes have long served as both barriers and bridges, quietly shaping cultures, traditions, and histories. But these mountains are more than geography. They are symbols, deeply woven into Persian poetry and folklore, representing endurance, strength, and spiritual elevation. And then comes a striking contrast. The deserts of Dasht de Kavir and Dasht de Lut unfold into a world of extremes. Endless salt plains shimmering under the sun, rolling sand dunes shaped by restless winds, and some of the hottest temperatures ever recorded on Earth. Together, they create a landscape that is both harsh and mesmerizing. Yet, despite their severity, these deserts hold a haunting, almost otherworldly beauty, one that has challenged travelers and fascinated explorers for centuries. And in the end, these diverse landscapes come together to reflect Iran's profound natural richness, a land that continues to inspire poets, sages, and adventurers alike. Beyond its famous monuments and iconic landscapes, Iran holds a wealth of hidden historical treasures that often go unnoticed. Among these is the remarkable Anar Castle, a lesser-known fortress located in Kerman province. Dating back to the Sasanian era, this ancient citadel stands as a quiet witness to centuries of history, resilience, and architectural ingenuity. Built on a grand scale and once fortified with multiple towers and inner structures, the castle served both defensive and administrative purposes. Over time, it was repaired, reused, and reimagined, reflecting its enduring importance through the ages. Today, though parts of the structure have weathered the passage of time, Anar Castle still evokes a deep sense of mystery and forgotten grandeur. It reminds us that beyond Iran's well-known archaeological wonders lie countless hidden gems, each holding an untold story, waiting to be rediscovered by curious travelers and passionate historians alike. And then, there are the ancient rock art and petroglyphs of Iran, scattered across remote mountains, valleys, and desert landscapes. These carvings, some dating back more than 7,000 years, offer a rare and powerful glimpse into the lives, beliefs, and creativity of early human societies. Etched carefully into stone, they reveal scenes of hunting, sacred rituals, animals, and symbolic patterns. Each line, each figure, telling a silent story of how ancient communities lived, how they saw the world, and how they expressed their identity. These are not just carvings, they are timeless records, bridging the vast distance between prehistory and written civilization. And together, sites like Anar Castle and these ancient petroglyphs unveil a deeper, lesser-known layer of Iran's cultural heritage, a legacy that continues to inspire wonder, ignite curiosity, and command a profound respect for the ingenuity of early human civilizations. The cultural heritage of Iran, while admired across the world, now faces growing challenges in times of conflict and instability. In recent events, historic landmarks such as the Golistan Palace in Tehran have suffered damage. Shattered glass, damaged interiors, and fragile, intricate decorations, all impacted by powerful shockwaves. Each detail lost, a small piece of history fading away. And it does not end there. In the historic city of Isfahan, important heritage structures have also been affected, raising serious concerns among experts, historians, and global organizations like UNESCO. These incidents serve as a stark reminder that even the most treasured cultural sites are vulnerable in the face of conflict, despite international laws designed to protect them. And so, across the world, archaeologists, historians, and cultural guardians are raising their voices, calling for stronger preservation efforts, urgent protective measures, and meaningful international cooperation, because these are not just monuments, they are irreplaceable legacies, fragile connections to our shared human past, and their survival depends on what we choose to protect today for the generations of tomorrow. Iran's wonders are far more than stone and tile, far more than arches, minarets, or mosaics. They are living chronicles of humanity's journey, tangible traces of civilizations that have flourished, fallen, and risen again over millennia. Each palace, each mosque, each bazaar, each garden tells a story, not just of rulers or empires, but of people who labored, dreamed, and imagined a world that would endure. From the intricate tiles of Isfahan, shimmering in sunlight like a kaleidoscope of color, to the towering wind catchers of Yazd, whispering ancient wisdom of climate and adaptation, Iran's architecture reveals a profound dialogue between human creativity and the natural world. Through art, poetry, trade, conquest, and faith, Iran has left an indelible mark far beyond its borders. The timeless verses of Hafez, Saadi, and Rumi echo across centuries, transcending language, touching hearts across the world. Scientific knowledge, from early mathematics and astronomy to medicine and engineering, traveled along the Silk Road, shaping civilizations across continents. The bazaars, caravanserais, and ports of ancient Iran were not merely places of trade, they were crossroads of ideas, cultures, and ambition, where merchants from India, Arabia, Europe, and Africa exchanged not just goods, but stories and innovation. The land itself tells a story. From the poetic gardens of Shiraz to the rugged peaks of the Alborz and Zagros mountains, from the shimmering deserts of Dasht-e-Kavir to the turquoise waters of the Persian Gulf, each landscape has shaped human experience and expression. The gardens of Shiraz, with flowing fountains, fragrant roses, and perfect symmetry, are not just beautiful, they are living metaphors for harmony, reflection, and peace. In contrast, the bustling bazaars of Tabriz and Tehran pulse with life, a fusion of tradition and modernity, where centuries-old crafts stand beside contemporary commerce. A reminder that Iran has always been a land of continuity and change. From ancient empires to modern cities, Iran's story is one of constant rebirth and enduring wonder. Empires rose and fell, from the Achaemenids to the Parthians, from the Sassanids to the Safavids, each leaving behind layers of history woven into a single living tapestry. Here, ancient fire temples stand beside grand mosques, and prehistoric carvings rest quietly near modern streets, a powerful reminder of humanity's ability to adapt, to evolve, and to begin again. And yet, the wonders of Iran remind us that civilization is both fragile and magnificent, built by the hands of generations past, sustained by those of the present, and entrusted to the hopes of the future. Time, conflict, and nature have tested these treasures, but every restoration, every careful preservation is a testament to humanity's determination to protect its legacy. These are not just monuments, they are living classrooms, teaching us about art, science, spirituality, and the essence of society itself. They remind us that human achievement is like a mosaic, each piece a life, a dream, a vision. And in the end, the wonders of Iran reflect the human spirit itself, resilient, creative, and endlessly inspiring. They are proof that civilization is not just a record of what once was, but a promise of what humanity can still become.